I'm leaving
the sailboat and Renault, and I'm going to Paris. Oh yeah, baby, you heard right. Paris, France. Because my life is about to change again. Sometimes I wonder how I managed to jump from one high to the next high. And what I often lose on the way is assimilating the things that are actually happening. Like today, I was living on a sailboat in the Bahamas for 4 weeks, and now I'm traveling to Europe. And I am going to be in 4 different countries in the span of 30 hours.
I was easy to recognize, huh?
Yeah.
First country, the Bahamas. I am flying out of Marsh Harbor, a tiny little airport, and because I had to take a ferry and a taxi to get here, and a plan with a big time buffer, I was sitting at the gate 3 hours before my flight left. The coffee here was $3, probably the cheapest coffee I've gotten on my whole trip on the Bahamas, and just walking up to your plane hits totally differently. I love tiny airports. I am taking 4 planes today, with a 24-hour layover in Germany before flying to Paris tomorrow. It's this type of travel that is pretty much insanity. First stop, Miami. I've never been to Miami, and flying over the city was so intriguing. I could really see the boats and the houses and the whole infrastructure. It seems to be a pretty cool place, and I feel I have to come back to check it out. Even the Heart Island. I mean, look at that. New country, passport check, and new security check. I find passport controls always very uncomfortable, and I know how privileged I am, so if they're uncomfortable for me, I can't imagine how this is for other people. I had to take off my shoes for security, and they somehow lost one of my shoes. Luckily, it just fell off inside of the machine, and I found Cosmopolitan with Alex Cooper on it. I am a huge Call Her Daddy fan, and I've been influenced to buy this.
If you haven't already fastened your seatbelt, insert the metal lanyard into the buckle and pull the strap.
Next stop, Orlando. The sun is setting. We're in the same country, so no passport control, but security control again, and I've never had to take off these many clothes. I'm used to taking off my shoes when they're boots, but not when they're sneakers, and here they made me take off my hoodie. My hoodie? Definitely also a first one for me. The United States are always a little bit of a culture shock for me. I'm from Germany and I'm half Spanish, so I'm very European, and things here in the States are kind of the same but are so different. Like having cold brew on a tap for me was perfectly example of I am in the United States. One thing I've learned from Americans though are grilled cheeses. I was incredibly surprised by this grilled cheese from Starbucks. This is my long flight, 9 hours. I'm flying to Amsterdam, one of my favorite airports. And you see all the flight attendants walking around in blue outfits. Oh, it's so adorable. Is there anything more Dutch than hagelslag? It's chocolate sprinkles that you sprinkle on your bread with butter. Traveling, you find the coolest things, and hagelslag is definitely on my #1 list of things I like about the Netherlands. I had a 6-hour layover here.
To wash that salt out of my hair.
I treated myself to have access to the lounge. This cost me 45 euros, and they had showers, and food and coffee and high-speed internet. Only 1 flight left, and the sun is setting again. I've seen the sun set twice during my trip now, but I finally make it to Hamburg, and I have only one last mission. I need to buy makeup. Now you're wondering, why would you buy makeup if you're never wearing makeup, Leah? Well, actually,
I made it to Hamburg. I'm currently at my brother's flat, and before going to Bahamas, I was here. So all of my luggage that I'm going to take to Paris has been stored here. I got a wheel, another wheel, and then 2 suitcases, hand luggage and main luggage. And I got a gig tomorrow. I'm performing tomorrow. So yeah, the makeup is for the show. Come watch my vlog tomorrow if you want to see what I actually do to make money.